What's up, HyperFast Nation? On this episode of the show, I'm going to take a look at if and when and how a real estate agent on a team should leave that team to start their own business. Stand by for this episode of the HyperFast Show. All right, welcome back to the show. Today, we're going to look at what team members, people on a real estate team, should be thinking about if they think they're ready to go out on their own. And going out on their own, by the way, could mean they're going to become a solo agent. It could mean they're going to start their own team. The first question I think you need to look at is, how do you know if that's the best fit for you? All right, because there are plenty of people that can make $300,000, $500,000 net income on a team if they're on the right team and they've been there for a while and they're producing at a high level. And income in that level is can be pretty amazing. Put you in the top 1% of all US income earners, and that is possible. As a team member, we've helped several people on our team hit that level, and you're doing that without all of the liability and risk that team leaders have. So, and probably a ton of support if you're at that level, right? So it's not always like an income thing, right? Because you can make some of the best incomes in the industry as a highly producing agent on a really good team. All right. So, a couple of things I think, right? If you feel like you're stuck at your income level and your team leader is not giving you the path, or you haven't seen other people on the team hit the income level that you want to get, right? That could be a sign that, maybe you want to go on their own. Maybe another reason could be if you simply do not like the structure of the team, right? For teams, many teams to be efficient, they have to have systems in place, they have to have structure in place, they have to have trainings, meetings, and if you are not up for the task of that, or you're not up for the task of that anymore, it might mean that you are not really a good fit to be on a team anymore. And maybe you just need more freedom, right? And it could also be you didn't get the proper training, you didn't get the leads or the accountability, um, and that's a struggle for you. If you're in that camp, I do strongly caution you and encourage you to do some soul searching, right? Because if you're in a system that has any amount of training, any amount of accountability, any amount of lead generation and open houses and branding done for you, and you're not able to, go out and sell with all of those advantages, I think it's probably going to be really hard for you to go out on your own. Right? Unless you're just deciding like, oh, I'm giving up on doing this full time. I'll get a job and I'll sell like a house or two or three a year for my like friends and family, which is fine, by the way. Right? So if you're feeling like you're not getting, enough of the training, support, leads, accountability, really do some soul searching and make sure, if you can't get that with some amount of help from the team, can you really get that on your own? Okay. But if you're in those other camps, right, that you just, you're successful, but you just want less structure, more freedom, right? Or you're at a good income level and you're not seeing a path, or others that have hit the level you want to get to on the team, then maybe it's time to break out. If you do, really do some planning. The first choice you're gonna have to make is, which brokerage are you gonna be at? Okay. Because many people are at their current team because they pick the team, and they're at whatever brokerage the team's at. So look at what you're getting already from that brokerage, right? This is one of the reasons, by the way, that we moved our team from being an independent to eXp Realty, because we wanted a platform, a brokerage that if a team member left, they still had uh, all the resources they need to succeed, and even outgrow us, do better than us, and we could still be in partnership with them. That's the unique thing about running a team at eXp Realty, is if a team member wants to go out on their own, then they're most likely going to be in your revenue share group. And then instead of, spending all of those years training your competition, you've trained someone that can still be a business partner with you because of the revenue share system. And it really actually incentivizes the team leader to help that departing person set up their own business, set up their own team, and give them coaching and mentoring and training so that they can go and sell and contribute to the revenue share platform and help attract other agents to the company, right? So that's why we're at eXp Realty. One of the many reasons, I should say. It's not the only reason. There's tons of reasons, but that's one. I know I'm kind of digressing, but really look at what your current brokerage offers and look at the other ones out there. At eXp compared to most other options, the agents are going to save a ton of money on their splits and caps and fees, and get great technology to run their business, and have access to the revenue share and the stock awards. So look at what you're getting at your current brokerage, and how it compares to other options out there, because that's your first choice, right? Which brokerage you're going to be at. Now you also, I think, what else do you need to do, other than like pick the brokerage? Well, you need to have a CRM in place, because most likely you are relying on the teams, right? So CRM. You probably need to work on your marketing and branding, right? I would come up with a marketing plan, a content creation plan. Most importantly, though, right? Most importantly, you really need to have a prospecting and lead generation plan. And I say most importantly because the number of leads you're able to generate through marketing, through prospecting, is going to be one of the biggest determining factors of your success, right? So get all of the easy stuff, lined up and out of the way. The brokerage you're going to pick, your marketing, your branding, your content creation, CRM, all of that stuff, and then really focus on the prospecting and the lead generation. What are you going to do in those areas? Because likely, if you were on a team, you had some level of that being done for you, right? Especially if you're on a traditional team, you probably had ISAs, a marketing department, and tons of open house opportunities. Well, really come up with your prospecting plan and build that muscle. If you haven't done it before, if you haven't been a heavy prospector, go out and get training. Go listen to Tim and Julie Harris, or get a coach, right? Get Harris Premier Coaching. Sign up for Mike Ferry. There's all these prospecting trainers and coaches out there. I know some people might consider that old school, but especially in this market, is working better than ever. And you will run circles around the competition, right? If they're just focused on the social part and content creation and all this, and you're actually picking up the phone and calling clients, right? Or prospective clients. So learn that, build that in, have a daily prospecting and lead generation like ironclad in your schedule. Right? Because if you can do that, now you're in a position where, other than your broker fees, you're probably not paying much in commissions to any, team leader anymore, right? So yes, you're on your own. Yes, you probably have less leads, but of the ones you close, right, you're going to keep a lot more of the commission, especially if you're at a brokerage like eXp, because we only charge you $16,000 a year, right? If you're on an 80-20 split until you hit 16,000, which is only like 80,000 GCI to get there, right? So in some markets, that's like 2 or 3 sales. Then you go to 100%, right? So now, you might be in a situation where you actually can close 30%, 40% less deals than you did on the team and make more money. It just depends. Because you might be on a different structure and whatnot. But so the bottom line is, if you leave and because you think that's the next best thing for your career, great. Make sure you really have a solid prospecting plan, though, and you commit to daily prospecting, daily lead generation, right? All sorts of things I've covered on past episodes before: calling FSBOs, calling expired, circle prospecting, hosting open houses, door knocking in neighborhoods, door knocking around open houses. All of this stuff really can help you launch fast. That was another great thing would be to get a geographic farm. That's what I did in my first year when I started off. I didn't join a team at all. I started off solo, focused on a 200-unit condo building, and kind of branched out from there and ended up selling over 22 million in my first year in the business. So, anyone can go out, I think, that's been on a team, had experience, and even in this market, go sell 10, 15, 20 million first year off the team. And, now you're making 300,000, 400,000, maybe more, as well. So lots of opportunities out there. And like I said up front, some people I think really are better to stay on the team, and others because of the freedom they want, or the next level they want, or just they just want it, right? They would be better off solo or starting their own team. Nothing wrong with that. You can make, I just have to reiterate again, because I don't want to sound like I'm encouraging people to leave a team, because you can make 300, 400, 500, 600,000 or more on teams. We've helped agents on our team do that. So I know it's completely possible. Would love to get your feedback, comments on this show. Please leave us reviews on iTunes or put a comment in YouTube. And, if you were on a team anywhere and want to look at what it would be like to come over to EXP and be a solo agent or start your own team, I would love to help coach you on how to do that. If you join us at EXP, and you can be in any state, we've got people in our groups in like 20 states now. If you join us at EXP Realty, you get all of the benefits of being at EXP. But when you're sponsored by us or someone in our group, you get a ton of extra coaching, access to 2 different nationally recognized coaching programs, weekly masterminds, coaching from myself. Like we become your partners. We want to help you grow, increase your sales, and increase your own revenue share, right? For those of you who've not looked into revenue share ever, it's an amazing thing. You're doing basically what you're already doing, right? Except now you're making money by attracting agents to the company, to EXP Realty, which is fun, by the way, because now you have all these other partners and people to collaborate, and you're getting paid out of EXP's portion. All right. So it's not like the agents are paying you. EXP is sharing the revenue. So it's created amazing opportunities for solo agents, team leaders, broker owners. If you want to learn more about that, and how you can partner with us at EXP and have us as your partners that are really pushing you, supporting you, helping you get to the next level, not just in your immediate kind of now income from selling homes, but your long-term income from revenue share. Let's have that conversation. Send me a text message at 703-638-4393. Again, that's 703-638-4393. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.